Hey guys, here are a few of our canoes that we have. We do a fair amount of floating, and I can't tell you how many times we've been sitting in a canoe and drinking a drink, and you set it down here on the floor, and then next thing you know it's tipped over and half of your drink is spilled out. They make commercially available cup holders to hang on the gunnels, and the problem is they're 10 or 15 bucks depending on where you buy them from. So I'm going to show you how to build some for extremely cheap. So building these cup holders is pretty easy. These are the basis for the cup holders. They come from Walmart. They're about $3 for a set of 4. These are the Auto Drive brand. I have seen them stamped with the Bell logo also, but 44-ounce cup capacity drink holders. Here is a black set that I have. They're pretty cheap. These can be broken easily, but when you get done with them, they're only about 75 cents each, so you don't have to be too careful with them. The way we mod these is with a lighter, and so you do need to be careful about burning yourself or burning objects or your house. Obviously I can't be held responsible for that. So what we need to do is modify the hook on here. Different canoes have different gunnels shapes, so I found just 2 different ways to fit the Pelican and Coleman canoes, and then a different style for the Old Town canoes. So the cup holders have kind of a dull, dry finish to them, and when you start heating them, it'll start to look glossy on here. It looks kind of wet. You don't want to set it on fire, but you can tell when they start to get soft. And then you bend it to the shape you want, and then kind of hold it for a little bit, blow on it, let it cool down, and it will hold that shape. You do not want to have these smoke. If it starts smoking, it's burning, that's probably a little bit too much. So anyway, I'll show you how to do the Coleman and Pelican style real quick here. So light your lighter and just sweep it back and forth where you want the bend to be. In this case we want to make a small bend. It doesn't take much. A little bit more. We want a small bend right in the middle at the top here. So bend it and then hold that for a little while, and it will keep that shape. See, now it's bent versus it was straight before. After that, the next step is to make a almost 90-degree bend on this hook section right here. So this is easy to burn yourself if you're not careful, so be real careful about that. Just heat it across the middle where you want it to bend. Just keep moving back and forth. You can see the plastic kind of get discolored, and then just bend it about 90 degrees, almost 90 degrees, and just hold it there. So after it's cooled down for a few seconds, 30 seconds or so, you can let go and it will maintain that shape. I would let these cool down until they're not warm anymore before you stick them on the canoe, but that's how that hook shape looks when you're done for the Coleman and Pelican. The plastic is flexible enough that when you slip it on there, it holds snug, it flexes a little and keeps the cup holder snug on there. The Old Town version of this is even easier to build. You don't need to bend the top, just the side hook. We're going to bend it probably a little bit more than 45 degrees here. So again, just light it and go back and forth on here. You'll start seeing the plastic get hot and you can feel it get flimsy. And then just, not quite enough there. A little bit more. And then just bend it and hold that position. You can blow on it and it helps cool a little bit faster. That's all you have to do for the Old Town version. When you slip it over the gunnel, this plastic flexes and holds it pretty tight. So again, these probably aren't the full quality of the commercial versions that you can buy, but again, they're just so cheap that it's hard to pass up. I would encourage you guys, if these two designs don't work on your brand of canoe, just try out some different bends. The stuff's so easy to bend, and the cup holders are so cheap that try out some different stuff. But also, these hooks in the inside, they are made to hold smaller drinks and cups and cans easily. But you can break them out if you want. You can break these fingers out, and then foam koozies fit a lot better in there, and larger water bottles and stuff like that. But anyway, that's about it. I'll show you how these fit on the canoes. Here we are back at the canoes. This is a 17-foot Coleman. The Colemans and the Pelican canoes have the same shape of gunnels here. Here's the version of the cup holder that we made, and you just hook it on like this, and it pretty secure. And this one still has the fingers inside, so it holds cans real well. Here we are in a 16-foot Old Town Discovery. This boat and the Old Town Pack right next to it have the same shaped gunnels, so I'm assuming that this cup holder mod will work on lots of different Old Towns. Here's the cup holder we just built. You just slip it over the side. It's pretty secure on there. This one has the fingers cut out of the middle, so the foam koozies and water bottles and stuff like that will fit easily. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. It's kind of a fun little project, cheap. So let me know if you got any questions.